This is Ultimate General Civil War on Legendary difficulty. In this battle we get almost 15 to 1. Lose about 800 men, kill almost 12,000. Legendary difficulty, no mods. So I'm bringing 4 pieces of artillery, 4 artillery units, 1 sniper, and 5 infantry to this battle. And 3 of the batteries are 24-pound howitzers and 1 20-pound Parrott. And everything goes very well. We're going to set up a defensive line on this magnificent river line and fight here for a while and then counterattack and get them all. And that's pretty much the battle. It's a pretty simple battle and a great place to rack up some experience. For my army, what I did was I put in all raw recruits, and all of these are my best units, 1-star units, and came in at 1650. 1650 is the optimum size. For infantry units, the most efficient, cost-effective size. And these guys are 1-star units. 1650. The army I had in coming out of Malvern Hill was very small, and now I've increased the size of my units, so I've lost some experience. Well, I lost my the units lost their second perk because, well, putting in raw recruits and also increasing the size of the units. Even if I hadn't taken losses, they probably would have lost their second perk. But that's okay, because from Malvern Hill to Antietam is just one fine victory after another and a lot of XP, and then Antietam is going to be another great battle, and we're going to kill an enormous number of the enemy and get a lot of XP. So, no big deal. These enemy skirmisher units are really just so effective on Legendary. Absolutely very, very powerful. And I do everything I possibly can to kill these guys. Because they're not just, they are great at spotting, because they have 3 stars. They're great at shooting at range. They do enormous damage, and they can get into melee and do the damage of an infantry unit. And yeah, so these guys are very, very deadly. They're kind of a nuisance on lower levels of difficulty. They're like wasps on Legendary, man. They sting and sting hard. So you have to really focus on taking these guys out. And I'm happy that he attacks with these skirmishers first. Gives me a chance to do some damage to them. So his infantry comes in. I'm trying to keep my guys in cover, trying to keep exchanging shots with him at range. My 20-pound Parrott is in the center, and he's in canister fire. His unit in the center is right in some water. He should have about 0 cover, or very little. My guys are all in good cover, and he's taking not just 24-pound howitzer, but 20-pound Parrott. Yeah, his units to the south have crossed the river, but as they back up, they should take volleys into the water, and that's what I want. I want them to back up into the water and take shots as they go back across. And that's, really want that to hurt as much as possible. Now it's kind of like an assembly line. My guys get to gang up on one unit, route it, the next unit comes in, and I want him to get into the water. I don't want him to stand on the other side. I want him to cross and even get the whole way across and then route back across the water and take damage. So his units came in, I think, about 1,600 as well, and now some of these infantry units are down under 800. So yeah, my sniper is just sitting on the flank, just racking up kills, and all I need to do is just stay out of melee. Guys in the kind of in the center are standing right in water. He's got a little clump to the right, to the south. All those units are routing and heading back into the water, and I think a skirmisher just shattered, which is great. And yeah, now he has a unit over 1,000 in the water, taking hit after hit after hit, and now down to under 1,000. So that's what we want to do. So his army's just melting. I mean, just getting torn apart. I have one infantry unit. The game tells you that an enemy infantry unit is going to come in on that road to the north. And I'm just waiting. I have an infantry unit there waiting on him. Um, yeah, security, one of the main principles of war, and I'm securing my flank. There he comes. And he comes in just as expected, just as the game told me he was going to. And there's a 24-pound howitzer and 2 detached skirmishers and an infantry unit. And he's going to break. He was not that large a unit. He was less than 1,300. So yeah, I can stand in cover and fire at him, even though he's 3 stars. He's not going to last very long. So our flank has been secured, and now that infantry unit is free to move forward into the battle. So his infantry unit standing on that water is, man, just getting torn up. The 20-pound Parrot doing a great job, the 24 howitzer, and he's gone. So now there's another infantry unit, less than 500, getting hammered. Then a detached skirmisher of, looks like about 160, gone. So that's what we want, just like that. The sniper to the south is just doing amazing work. Just shot after shot after shot of doing damage at range. And it's just going just as well as it could go. I like my snipers to be 350. That seems to be the optimal size for cost effectiveness. But they're very fragile and you don't want them to get hit. So, and I'm not going to replace my losses in my sniper unit with veterans, but it is a 2-star unit. Another infantry unit shatters, and so I see 3 of his units retreating, and yeah, they're becoming around the 500 to 600 mark, so they're not going to take a whole lot more damage. Yeah, this guy's trying to cross, and he's just over 400. He's now into the 300s. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, oh, too bad. I should have turned my artillery off. Now his artillery can see my units, which makes me think he's got a skirmisher unit somewhere providing spotting. Yeah, that unit to the north that's routing, he was taking 2 units of 24-pound howitzer to the face and a 20-pound Parrot. And I also had the 24-pound howitzer on the left side that could fire across into him. Yeah, there's nobody going to really stand up to that very long. So he has some more infantry coming in. I've been waiting patiently for his return. One of my 24-pound howitzers is turned off until somebody gets close enough to fire to make it worthwhile. He's in the water. Boy, he's moving really slowly, and he's gone. So, yeah, just keep my guys in cover. All of his units are not 3 stars. I see 1 2-star unit. So that's good. Yep, another infantry unit shatters in the center. And the guys in the south are 5 to 600. Yeah, everybody needs to take a shot, and another unit shattered in the center. So we're just tearing these guys apart. The red bar just keeps shrinking. In the north, it's like a single kind of broken unit, and I can get on his flank and rout him probably. Okay, there's a unit trying to get into the woods. I'd like to get a shot on him before he gets into the woods, because he's not going to take a lot more damage. Got a flank shot in the south on a unit that was trying to move north. My sniper just broke him. So now I want to take my time and move my artillery forward, across the river to the south, and secure this little open area with snipers and detached skirmishers and get some visibility on his units. His artillery that I know is over there, that's been firing at me the entire game. I don't want to just charge after this guy. I want to, like, the unit, there's a unit of about 400. I want to hit him with 2 of my units and break him. I don't want to just exchange shots with him. As much as possible, I want to hit him in the flank and hit him 2 to 1. His unit in the woods has not taken that much damage because he's been in the woods, he's been in good cover. So what I want to do is I want to pull up 2 units, and what I'm looking for is he hitting the unit that's in good cover, or is he hitting the guy who's kind of out of cover? If he was hitting the guy out of cover, I would have fallen back. But what I want to do is I want to hit him on the flank. As long as he's firing at the guy in cover, I can move my artillery up and get canister. I can get on his flank and rout him, and I have a unit kind of in reserve because I'm a little bit afraid of his artillery. Don't want to take flanking shots, so I'm going to wait until I get on his flank and my artillery gets a little closer to deliver canister, and then drive the guy into the water and destroy him. That's the plan. So on the southern edge, get my sniper and detached skirmishers across the water. They had to rest a little bit because they were kind of tired. Got my artillery moved up to provide support, but I want to break this guy to the north first and then kind of throw a big circle around the enemy and catch them in a great big circle. So yeah, that's now I have 3 units closing in on the guy to the north, and he's out of the woods. We've driven him out of the woods because we flanked him. Now he's in the water. We should be able to do a lot of harm to him. My guys are still in really good cover. I don't want to come out of that cover because his artillery is right there. Get the detached skirmishers around behind him. To the south, my skirmishers and detached skirmishers have gotten all the way around him. So now we're going to just draw the circle tighter. Yeah, now he's in a great big pocket. The artillery, his artillery is going to be able to do nothing. He's just going to take shots. So yeah, 20-pound Parrot can take long-range shots. Detached skirmishers and snipers can keep his fairly good-sized artillery morale shocked and routing so that they don't do anything but die. And now I have my artillery, my 24-pound howitzers are across the water. My 24-pound howitzer to the north is in good position to hit the enemy from the rear. He has a tiny infantry unit with his broken and routing artillery, and this is just, this is just mop up. His infantry is firing kind of to the south, so I have the guys come in from the north and deliver fire. That unit surrenders, charge the artillery, try to capture it, but it shatters. It doesn't surrender, it just shatters. And there it is, almost 12,000 enemy casualties at a cost of about 800. So 15 to 1, and thanks for watching.